Hello, I'm back with another fantastic Crystal Maze video. Now, as I'm sure you're all aware, the official Crystal Maze TV channel have recently uploaded series 5 and 6 of the show onto their YouTube and Facebook pages. Yes, the Ed Tudor Pole era. Yes, I know a couple of them are missing, but hopefully they will upload them soon or in the near future. Now, it was on there that I got talking to a previous contestant. Now, his name is Andrew Miles, and he appeared in Series 5, Episode 12. He mentioned to me that he still had quite a bit of his letters from his time on the show, and he very, very kindly sent them over for me to review here. Now, I'm sure you'll all find them very interesting, as it's a sneak peek at the behind-the-scenes events that only the select few got to experience. Now, I previously covered the application form for the children's special, so now let's take a look at the adult contestant procedure. Just before we do start, as I say, a very, very big thank you to Andrew Miles, whose name appears here. He's been, as I said, very good enough to send me these. I have covered up his old address. I don't want to make that public. He said it would be okay, but, you know, I'm sure somebody still lives there now, so I like to keep things like that private. So let's have a look then. Chatsworth Television, 18th of October, 1993. Andrew Miles. Dear Andrew, The Crystal Maze, Series 5, 1993. Congratulations. You will be delighted to hear that you have been chosen to appear as a contestant on this series of The Crystal Maze. After reading this letter very carefully, please complete and return the following forms as soon as possible. 1. Acceptance form. 2. Release form. 3. Measurement form. And 4. The medical certificate. Signed by your doctor and returned with the above forms. Between now and the dates of the recording, please keep us updated on any change of circumstances. You will be required on the following dates, the 7th, the 8th and the 9th of December. So that tells us when episode 12 was filmed. And then the next letter he received was all his travelling and meal expenses. It says there, please read carefully. Now, I'm not going to go through this all. Hopefully that is clear enough if you want to pause it. But I will do the bullet points, as it were. Travel expenses are broken down in this way. 1. Travel to London. Please buy your train tickets 14 days in advance of travel. This enables you to buy an Apex return fare. This is the ticket type for which you will be reimbursed. And it goes on a little bit more. Point 2. Travel from London to Epping. You will be reimbursed for a return underground ticket from your London BR station to Epping on the Central Line. This will cost £3.50 each way, i.e. £7 will be reimbursed. Again, please ask for a receipt. Point 3. Travel from Epping Station to Harlow Moat House Hotel. Please get a taxi from the station to the hotel. This costs £4. It's probably a lot more than that now. But again, please ensure you get a receipt. 4. Dinner on first night at the hotel. There's a £15 allowance for your meal at the hotel on the first night. Thereafter, meals will be taken at the studios. Chatsworth TV will pay for the 2 nights accommodation, room only. Any extras incurred at the hotel must be paid for by the individual. And 5, driving. There is an option to drive to the hotel. There's plenty of parking available both at the hotel and studio. If you wish to drive, Chatsworth will pay for the equivalent train fare as above. Please do feel free to drive if it makes your journey easier. And then please bring all your receipts for all travel expenses with you to the hotel for reimbursement. And then next up, we'll have a look. Day 1. Yes, this is where all filming starts. And you can see here somebody's wrote it, Tuesday the 7th of December. Day 1, as I said. Day of arrival at the hotel. You must arrive by 7 p.m. Accommodation for the duration is as follows. The Harlow Moat House. I don't know whether that's still there or not, but again, I have covered up the details. The nearest tube station is Epping, which is on the Central Line. Please find enclosed underground map and note it will take you approximately 1.5 hours to get from Central London to Epping Station, with a further 10-minute taxi ride to the hotel. Tube and taxi fares will be reimbursed, see the separate sheet. Elaine will meet you at the hotel reception at 8 p.m. and reimburse your travelling expenses. Once you have settled in and met your fellow team members, you will be free to relax, get to know each other and discover the strengths of your particular team. Tempting though it may be to talk on into the night, you should get a good night's sleep, as the following day will be very long and strenuous. Day 2, Wednesday the 8th of December. Recording day at the main studio. On the morning of the main studio day, please be ready to leave the hotel by 7:45 a.m. and to be taken to the studio for breakfast. The day will be a long one and has to be rigorously disciplined. The producer, David G. Croft, will give you a full briefing upon your arrival at the studios. For your information, the show is recorded at Aces High Studios, Northweld Aerodrome, near Epping in Essex, which I'm sure we all knew anyway. Next page, the schedule for day 2 is as follows. 8:15 to 8:45, breakfast at the studio. 8:45 to 9:15, all contestants to be dressed in costume and made up for cameras. 9:30 till 1, commence recording. 1 till 2, lunch. 2 till 6, oh, lovely ice cream van there in the background. 2 till 6, continue recording. 6 till 7, it's a supper break. And then from 7 till 10, we continue recording. Right till 10 p.m. at night. So yes, it is a very long day. And then here, notes, facilities for hair and makeup are severely restricted. So do prepare for the day as you would normally before leaving the hotel. Makeup will only provide a final polish before recording. It is extremely important that you look exactly the same on both the main studio and pickup days. So don't try to create something that will be impossible to maintain. Please ensure that you wear warm underclothes under your costumes, as a studio gets very cold at this time of year. You will also need to bring black socks to wear under the trainers we will be providing. Please also remember to bring a change of underwear with you to the studios during the recording day, should you find yourself falling into the ocean zone. Ladies, don't forget a spare bra. And then we turn over to the next page for day 3, Thursday, the 9th of December. This is another recording day, and this is for pickups. So it says, be ready to depart, complete with personal luggage at 8:15 a.m. to return to the studio for breakfast and what are technically known as cutaway shots. These shots help us with the editing of the programme. Remember, you must look exactly the same as you did the previous day. We will finish with all the contestants at approximately 3:30 p.m. on this day, after which you will be taken back to Epping Tube Station to commence your homeward journey. The very best of luck to you. We hope you have a great time. Yours sincerely, Andrianne Philippou and Elaine Baldwin, contestant researchers. And then once all that filming was done, I'm sure he had a great time. He gets this letter, Andrew Miles, 30th of March, 1994. Dear Andrew, here at last is the letter giving details of transmission dates for the 5th series of The Crystal Maze. I must apologise for the delay. Now that the producer and director have had a chance to view the shows and Channel 4 have had their input, we finally have an order based on Crystals 1, winners, lock-ins, games played and zone order and rotation. We have endeavoured to schedule the episodes to create a balanced and varied series for the viewer. I'm sure you all know the episodes are not always shown in order that they are filmed, for various reasons just mentioned there, but I'm sure we all knew that anyway. Getting on then, you will be delighted to know that your wonderful episode of The Crystal Maze will be transmitted as show number 2 on the 19th of May 1994. So start the celebrations. I sincerely hope you enjoy the whole series. It's certainly looking good. The best series yet. And that's on regard of Georgina Martin. And then at the bottom it says here, P.S. I've enclosed a signed postcard of Ed Tudor Pole, which I will hope bring back fond memories of the shoot for you. Then about a week later, Andrew received another letter from Chatsworth saying, Dear Andrew, I'm writing to inform you of changes to the transmission dates of The Crystal Maze. These now affect the date of your episode's transmissions, so please disregard my last letter to you dated the 30th of the 3rd, 94. The revised number of your show is now number 12, to be transmitted on the 28th of July, 1994. I hope that you enjoy the whole series. Again, best wishes, Georgina Martin, for on behalf of Chatsworth Television. So there you go, and then it was finally aired, as we say, and as we know. And those are just some of the correspondence letters from Andrew. Thank you very, very much, Andrew Miles. That is greatly appreciated. I'm going to keep these in my files. Obviously, these are copies. Andrew's got the original still at home, but very, very massive thank you to him for sending me this. It's a great look behind the scenes and what actually happens on the filming days with the contestants as well. Now, I'll put hopefully I'll put a picture of Andrew on the thumbnail for us so you can all see what he looks like back then in the days. And you can find his comments on YouTube. I'm sure he won't mind me saying this, but if you do find him, I'm sure he'll be happy to answer any other questions that you have for him and talk about his time on the Crystal Maze. So there you go. Thank you very much, Andrew. Really appreciate that, mate. And hopefully see you all very soon. Until the next Crystal Maze video, goodbye.